Old fat guy BMX. 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 You remember that movie? BMX Bandits? BMX. I thought that was a cool show. That's an old one. I don't know if it... I might be pushing it. If some of y'all don't know that one, then don't feel bad. That's a tough one.
Wanna go for a ride?
Hey, this is Scotty Z, and you are watching an old fat guy relearn BMX. So, for all of you OFG fans out there, this is my first episode hosting. Stoney and I talked about this, and most of you have not been paying attention because if you go through the history, we skipped episode 43. We jumped from 42 to 44 because we had something special planned for all of you people. So, where can we go? Where would be the best place to host episode 43? There's only one place I could think of. So this is a sign. We're doing episode 43. And here's the first sign of 43 on the trip. My woman's coffee in the morning. That is a definite sign that this is going to be a good website. A little hint on where we're going. You can take a look at the departure board and try to figure it out. John, if you're going to film episode 43 of Old Fat Guy BMX, where would you want to film it?
I can't say.
I mean, any part of the country, bro.
Well, it would be a flashback right now, actually.
Yeah? What do you mean by flashback?
Well, it would be a place that you, yourself, and myself, and many other guys from the Midwest rode at.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing Rampage.
But yes, at this point, though.
But at this point.
We're in California because that's where it's sunny right now. And not snowy.
Oh. So, we're taking on an adventure and enjoy the ride. This is John Wold, and you are watching an old fat guy relearn BMX.
Me or you? I'm watching or they're watching?
They're watching.
Watching you learn it or me learn it?
Every guy that's on, yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
You know?
With the extra fourth of our original weights. Turn that thing
Come
on.
on, man. This is just once. This is John Wold, and you are watching an old fat guy relearn BMX.
This is John Wold, and you are watching an old fat guy learn BMX.
That's good enough. Okay, so where are we headed now, dude?
We are headed to Greer Park.
What is Greer Park?
In 1 mile,
We may not actually
turn
want
right
to head
onto
here, but
Almaston.
it's in Palo Alto. It's another concrete skate park. Thorne and McCoy and I think Hoffman was there too. 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were in town to watch Steve Caballero's band play.
And wasn't there another band playing with Cab?
I don't know who else was playing, but I think there was, but I didn't get a chance to go. We were trying to make something happen. I think it was on a Saturday actually, and then it rained, and so a bunch of those guys went down to hang out with Wilkerson in Santa Cruz.
Okay.
And then I guess they ended up going to this park on Sunday morning.
So for those of you who don't know, this is John Wold, old school rider from Minnesota. Me and him used to do the Rampage days together. So just giving a shout out to everyone all the old school riders in the Midwest. We're in California together like the day before Christmas Eve. So this is like a Christmas present for both of us. Wouldn't you agree?
A little bit, yeah.
We never get to ride together anymore. So it is so cool. And we're both stoked. Stoney probably will bleep that and be like, you're swearing. You know, so what's this park got in it?
I have no idea. I've never been to this park.
You've never been to this
Never
park.
been to this one.
So it will be a surprise for both of us. All right, so we put our big boy pants on today, and we'll see when we get there. To a NorCal.
Hey,
What's happening, Scotty Z?
Joe?
What's up, Scotty?
What's happening,
Good
dude?
to see you.
Good to see
What's
you.
up, dude?
How the hell are you, man?
I'm good, dude. It's real good.
People, Maurice Meyer,
Hey.
episode 43.
Right here. There you go.
Herb Dogs.
Repping NorCal.
Hell
Right?
yeah. Thanks for having us for your bike collection, man.
Yeah.
Good to
No
see
problem.
you. Right on.
Dude, this is hospitality, you know, on the road, for sure.
You're getting out to Chicago, man.
Oh, dude, and I've never been, so I will definitely.
You're getting out to... I need you to say something right now, though.
What is it?
This is Maurice Meyer, and you are watching an old fat guy relearn BMX.
All right, this is Maurice Meyer, and you're watching an old fat guy learn BMX.
Relearn BMX.
Relearn, yeah. That's
Right
me
on,
talking
man.
about myself.
You know, when you're with these guys, you get to go to some secret locations. And, some freaking car museum, along with a BMX museum.
Here we are, man.
Right on, right on. Holy, how'd you find this storage space, bro?
My wife works over here.
Oh, your wife works there?
I watch on the funding because my boss lives here.
Right on. This is, you're coming behind the iron curtain there. Holy cow. Look at this.
Fucking Joe, dude.
Holy cow.
You're not seeing
Joe.
like boxes of parts and like, oh, I got a seat here. This is like complete, man.
Hey, look at this, man. I recognize this seat. Joe's got a problem.
Wow.
Joe needs an intervention.
See, that's
How many are there, Joe?
65.
65?
I got like 75 in my collection.
You couldn't just stop at 43, could you?
No.
Does your wife know you have 65 bikes?
Yeah.
Holy.
She married
So what years are they from?
from 70s to 80s.
How'd you get into this?
Oh, I've been to BMX since the 80s. Actually, I started collecting more back in 2001.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're doing an old fat guy BMX episode today, too,
Oh,
by
we
the
are?
way. So
Oh,
you're going to
okay.
be featured in old fat guy episode.
Oh, cool, man.
All right. So what's your name?
Joe, old school Joe.
Old School Joe. Everybody, Old School Joe. We're looking at his bike collection today. Tell me a little bit about a few of these.
Few of these. Some of them I had for like since the 90s, like this Trick Star I bought in Hawaii. At an old bike shop when I was growing up in Hawaii. I was visiting in 91, went through the bike shop, and ended up buying it and bringing it back to California and had it ever since.
All right. What park are we headed to now?
We are now headed to Lake Cunningham.
And what does this park have?
It's got a full pipe. It's got a lot of vert and some pools, and it's kind of, I would say, the local home, if you will, of Wilkerson nowadays. That's he spends a lot of time there. I think he actually leaves a bike. If what I've heard is true, he leaves a bike at some locker that they have in one of the buildings here at Lake Cunningham, and rides his motorcycle up, and then rides his bike. And rides back to Santa Cruz.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this this would be Wilkerson's favorite park?
I mean, I guess.
Is this the
yeah,
one that he says the Big Man Bowl is at?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your right. Lake Cunningham Skate Park.
Lake Cunningham Skate Park. Holy cow, look at those dirt jumps.
It's over there. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Those jumps are ridiculous.
I'll work my way up. If I could drink a few tall cans, I would work up faster. But I've got one in me, and I think that's the end of my bravery. It's only going to get less from there. This is Duncan Davidson, and you are watching an old, fattish guy somewhat relearn BMX.
Right on.
Nice, hell yeah. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Happy holidays. 50, huh? Yeah.
Now this is a skate park. Oh God, I wish we had something like this in Chicago.
John Wold in the house. Ron Wilkerson and his son Xander in the house. That's Xander Wilkerson getting in the bowl. Woo! Yeah! Just fly. Yeah! All right. Oh, Scotty Z with Old Fat Guy BMX with Ron Wilkerson today, Hall of Fame BMXer.
Not fat.
And I was just telling him how rad his Hall of Fame speech was. And the part where you tell everybody, I hope they could be all real grateful, but they don't have to go through the accident you had. You brought it home with that, you know, and how grateful you are for life every second. I mean, that was spot on, and thanks for that. That speech was an inspiration, man, and still is. I play it when I'm bummed, you know.
Good to hear.
So, gotta ask, still running 2-hip? What's going on? Just every now and then?
Just cruising.
So that means no repops for Wilkerson Airlines or anything like that?
You never know anything.
Never know anything. So are you doing this?
I want to get back into doing promotions.
That would be rad. I used to ride the 2-hip. 2-hip Flint and 2-hip Indianapolis, the Mini.
Yeah, right on.
Also, I was at the 2-hip New York and rode the street section invert.
Ah, right on.
So, but...
wait, which street?
Under the bridge.
Oh,
Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Where Volker did that 360 or 270, whatever, off the ledge.
Brooklyn Banks.
Yeah, that was so fun. That was the best comp ever.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. What do you got planned with Haro? You're on their team still, right?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
I thought you had the old school thing going on.
They just did
with
some
them.
memorial thing. That's all that was.
Okay.
Not really on the team or anything. But,
Got you.
No, I have some ideas to do some promotions, some events. Just cool
NorCal
things,
or
cool
all
things
over?
To bring people together.
Right on. That's the main gist of it, is getting people together.
That's what it started.
Yeah.
2-hip did at least.
Right. How often you go ride the Mega? I saw you ride it 2 years ago or 3 years ago at the old school.
I get out there maybe like every once a month.
All of us old dudes, man, when we see those pictures, you don't know the joy it brings us, man. Because you're influencing a lot of people to get back on their bikes still. So it's awesome, man. And, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty much addicted to Mega.
Right on, right on. What's the highest year you got on Mega?
I have something in mind that I'm working for, but I'm at like 18 now.
18? So. What do you got in mind? You care to share, or is that
you'll find out.
Okay. Okay. I hope I'm there for it, man. Sometimes I only make it there for the old school reunion, but thank you for your time. It's really cool to see you riding with your son and how he counts you down.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Actually, that started on Mega because
okay.
It was so gnarly for me having my kid there on that ramp. I couldn't focus on riding, so I like had this idea. I'm like, I'll get him to count me out, and then that'll make him part of it, and then I'll be able to focus on riding.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I was too worried about him falling off.
Okay.
It's pretty high.
It's real high. You look over that edge.
Even on the deck of the jumps is like you're like 3 or 4 stories up.
Right. It's scary. You're nervous. You shake up there. Yeah, I had my daughter up there with me, and I was nervous to have her up, and she's an adult. What America wants to know, though, Ron Wilkerson, boxers or briefs?
Whatever's clever.
and
Depends on the day.
And you ever get
Depends on the girl I'm with.
Depends on the girl.
A style is key, you know.
Right on, man. And you ever do anything like I remember your lucky seat post clamp? Did you ever replace that or
the bottom of San Diego Bay?
Bottom of San Diego Bay.
Yeah.
Right on.
I actually met the dude who did that company in UK.
What do you mean did that?
Way. I got that. That was a seat clamp I got. Xander was right, the Mamble.
Oh, okay.
That was a seat clamp someone gave me in the UK on tour, and then it became my lucky seat clamp. And I met the guy who made that along the way somewhere.
Right on. That's cool.
So I can't remember the name of the company. It was some UK obscure little
It was
thing.
it was always cool following where's Ron's lucky seat post clamp or what bike it moved to back in the day. So I just thought I'd ask about
San
it.
Diego Bay.
Right on.
For the Haro video.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So thanks for your time, Ron.
All right, man.
Could you say one more thing for me?
Sure.
This is Ron Wilkerson or Ron W, and you are watching an old fat guy relearn BMX.
This is Ron W, and you're watching.
You're watching an old fat guy relearn BMX.
This is Ron W, and you're watching an old fat guy relearn BMX.
Right on.
I think.
So do you still run the Vander website?
It's still there. I keep it old school. It looks old school because it should be old school. It's raw HTML.
Right.
Wrote it by hand, you know.
I read that whole thing back in the day. It was really cool. I mean, before we met.
Yeah.
You know, and it was great hearing the stories of every. It's a great tribute to Vander, man.
Yeah, right on.
Great tribute to Vander.
Yeah, I know him a lot, man. He got me sponsored. He was a solid guy, man. He's perfect attitude on BMX.
Now you still sell the Curb Dogs apparel, right?
Yeah, I do runs now. I'm out. I used to keep black shirts and sell those, and then like once in a while do pre-order, prepay runs. You know.
If someone wants Curb Dog apparel, how do they get a hold of you?
I'm gonna put it on Facebook pretty soon, hopefully, where I'll do a run. You know. And
okay.
That means prepay, wait kind of a long time, but that way you get to order whatever you want. You know?
Right on.
I just like doing it. I mean, for me, it's to keep Vander's thing alive. I do very little profit on that.
Right.
I put $1 or $2 on the shirts, you know, just to round it up, so I make sure I don't lose money if I miscalculate shipping or something.
Now, last year, or not last time I was around you, you have the brick from Golden Gate Park that was donated to Vander. You showed it to me. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I'll include some photos in the video. But any thoughts of that going to the Hall of Fame or anything like that, man?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. If they induct Vander in the Hall of Fame, I think that's what I'd do. Put it there. I mean, you know, I want it kept track of. I don't know how they do it in terms of like, do you give your stuff to them or is it on loan? Like a lot of museums do things on loan.
Right.
But I'd be super happy to put it where more people can enjoy it.
Right on. I was stoked to hold it with you and everything, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was like, I mean, to me, that was his headstone, man. We used to go over there and do Vander rides and, you know, pay homage, clean it up with some water, just, you know, Sharpie it so it's nice and black.
Right.
You know?
You guys still do Vander rides, or?
No, the thing was we lost the jumps in the park and the brick was gone, so it kind of fizzled. But there's been people have talked about wanting to do them, so who knows? Maybe we'll get it together.
Eddie Roman.
Eddie Roman.
Cool Eddie Roman
the freestyle
story.
showman. Yeah.
Eddie Roman. I've never heard that before. Eddie Roman, the freestyle showman.
Yeah, that's what his business card said.
Big street rider, you know. Big influence. He was an influence on my street riding back
definitely,
in the day.
Oh, Eddie guy has to be the funniest guy to hang out with, though. Me and Eddie were real good friends back then. And, I don't know, like a particular incident or anything. We just goofed around, stupid stuff. Like
he seems like he has a great sense of humor,
yeah,
man.
We both were kind of like in an Iron Maiden phase back then. Like '86, we went to Europe, and we both had leather jackets or whatever. And so like we were out in Germany, and we saw this hill, and we were driving down some hill, and we made them stop and let us downhill it.
Okay.
Which was like, we really weren't going that fast, you know.
Right.
It's like, but stupid stuff like that. We just dorked out. I don't know. And
right on.
Neither me or Eddie are like we're big drinkers or anything, you know. We were so we were just goofing around. But Eddie was funny. Everything, you know, going on was hilarious with him. He was one of those dudes that you want to go on tour with because he doesn't stress it out or blow it, or, you know, like he keeps it light, real light.
You know, do you got any good memories with Matt touring with Skyway, or were you already off the team by then?
No, the funny thing is we crossed paths. Like, we picked him up on his first, we were in the van, went to get him from his house and, you know, hung out with his family for a little bit when he went on his first tour.
Okay.
So that was my last tour, '87. That was his first tour on Skyway.
Okay.
And I think it was that year we met the Haro team, one at like North Florida somewhere, you know, kind of up in the north there. I forget which city it was, but we took Matt to his first strip club. He was like 15. That was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If someone wants to contact you, how do they do it? Just via Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook's fine. Email is Maurice_Meyer@hotmail.com. So
right on.
I'm around, you know. I'm not too fast on the replies, but I'll get to it.
Right on. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, right on.
Episode 43.
Fat old guys rule.
This is Maurice Meyer, and you are watching an old fat guy relearn BMX. Oh. Right on. Thank you, Maurice.
Thanks, man. Right on.
Maurice DROB Meyer, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of Old Fat Guy BMX. There's one more thing that I need to talk to you about before this episode ends. Eddie Roman's son, his oldest son, was in a bad car accident this past December. He was on life support, and if you guys could send out a few prayers for Eddie Roman's family, I'm sure that they would appreciate it. But in the comment section below, we're going to put a link to Eddie Roman's son's GoFundMe. If you have the means to make a donation, please make a donation. There's going to be a lot of medical bills not covered that the family could use some help with and would greatly appreciate it. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. So send some prayers out to the Roman family, and they've been a part of the BMX family forever and a day plus one. So a few prayers, and only if you have the means. If you can make a small donation to help, that'd be fantastic. I'm going to do that now. Thanks.